All right, so this is the little project that we're going to make today. That is a fun one. Get you kind of thinking in the Christmas spirit, looking ahead towards your Christmas crafting. This is a great little giveaway. Pretty soon you're going to have these little individual wrap candy canes on the shelves in every store. They're just a cello bag, sealed at both ends. They come individually wrapped, and I just love these. These just scream Christmas to me. So I thought maybe we would just dress some of these up for the holidays, kind of get ahead of the holiday season. And these are a great little handout for anybody. Leave these on the desk at the office, send them to school with the kids, Sunday schools. You can keep these in your purse and hand them out for some holiday cheer. I just think they're so cute. They're inspired by this card that I made for my upcoming Clean and Simple paper and ink Christmas cards. We're going to be doing a class that's really kind of beginner friendly. And so the card came first and then the little treat. I was like, oh, this is a cute thing to do on Facebook Live. So I've done a little cherry cobbler version and a garden green version, and today we'll make another cherry cobbler version. Now the craft that we're doing today, the Stampin' Up! Products that you need for this craft are Stampin' Up! Seasonal Bells stamp set, and the seasonal bells are from the annual Stampin' Up! Catalog, and I'm using the bell punch. I've got some basic gray ink, that's your Stampin' pad, and the designer series paper that I'm using is the Merry Music Specialty Designer Series paper. It's 12 by 12. I cut this down to 6 by 6 for a paper share, but it's all different musical patterns. Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells. They're very holiday themed, but when you use it in small bits, you can't even tell that it's holiday music, so it leaves it a very versatile paper. And then the B-sides of these papers, they've got a black version and white version, and then the B-sides are different holiday words, music notes, snowflakes, things like that. And they're kind of lightweight, great for layering, so we're going to use some of that today. The consumable supplies that you need to make this sweet little treat are these individually wrapped little candy canes. And then I've got a scrap of smoky slate. A piece that's about 1.5 by 3.5 is enough. I'll have a project sheet on the blog for this. This will all get put on the blog so that you can print the project sheet if you want to make these at home. The cherry cobbler piece, or the garden green if you're going to make this version, is 3.5 by 2. And my little Merry Music piece is 1.5 by 2. And then you need some scraps for die cutting your holly leaf and the berries, and those dies come from the quilt builder framelits. That's the little holly, and I'm using the Trim Your Stockings thinlits, and that is for this tiny little die that looks like a Lego, and it does 8 little circles, so I've been using them for holly berries. Okay, so I guess we could get started here. Let me move these out of the way because we're going to have to bring in this Simply Score tool. Okay, I've got my Simply Scored, and the first thing that we're going to do is put a crease in this cherry cobbler piece at 1 3/4. So put it in on the 3.5 inch side. Okay, now I've got a kind of a clear space, so let's get our die cutting done. I'm bringing in the big shot here, and I've got it set up for die cutting, which means I have my thin die adapter and a cutting pad. I'm going to put my scrap of garden green and cherry cobbler on the cutting pad. And then I've got 2 little holly leaves from the Quilt Builder Framelits dies. We're going to send all this through at the same time. And that fun little Lego piece right here. That's gonna cut all of our little holly berries, and then some, a couple of extra. All right, I see we got a few people watching. We're making a fun little Christmas craft. Just getting ahead for the holidays. Something cute that you can pass out, keep in your bag, and give to friends and family, or send to the classroom for the kids. Leave them on the desk of your coworkers at the office. This is what we're making. Okay, so I've got that little Lego-like die, and there's all the little holly berries. That's what it does, it just cuts out all the circles. I love that die. We're going to have to run this holly through one more time because I'm using 3 holly leaves. I'm using 1 of the small one and 2 of this little bit bigger one. Let me show you. I've got a paper piercer sitting right here somewhere. I want to pop this guy out. There it is. It's camouflaged. All right. So there's our little holly leaf. We need 1 more of that size. I lost you guys somewhere along the line there, but I'm back. Finish up this project. Just doing my die cutting. So I got my second little holly leaf. And let me clear away the big shot. Okay, so this is what we're making, these little guys. Fun little handout. Got this little individual wrapped candy cane there. We've got a 3.5 by 2 piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, and it's scored at 1 3/4. And we just die cut our little holly and berries. So there they are. I'm glad you guys are back. I don't know what happened. I lost you. I'm glad you found your way back in. All right. So I'm going to pop out a couple of these little circles. We've got our holly berries, and I still have this little leaf in the die here. Got it. Now, we've got our pieces. Let's get our Stampin' done. Got a bell, and this is from Stampin' Up! Seasonal Bells. And we're going to ink that up with some basic gray Stampin' pad. Super simple little craft. They're fast to make. You can make these in multiples, that's for sure. All right, so the basic gray ink on the smoky slate cardstock here. And you want to be careful with Stampin' Up! Stamps that you stamp. Oh, look at that. Messed up. Live videos. I got a little something there. 2 sides to every paper. All right, when you do Stampin' Up! Stamps with a coordinating punch, you want to check the orientation of the punch before you stamp so that you can just pop your image into the punch and ta-da, it's all punched out. There's our little bell. Now let's get to assembling. Get the ink pad out of the way here before I stick my project in it. Okay. So here's our cherry cobbler piece. Let's get the bone folder and fold it up. All right. And then I always fold it forward and back. It gives me a nice crease, and then any distress happens inside the project. Now we'll take our little candy cane here, individually wrapped, and we're just going to, with a bitty stapler, you can use a regular office stapler for this too. I just have this little craft one that puts a bitty staple. You'll staple the topper on. And then I've got the Merry Music Designer Series paper and some Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. We're going to adhere the Merry Music Designer Series paper right here over the staple, and we'll hide that. Cute, isn't it? Oh my goodness, I love this. They're so fast to make. I thought maybe they were too simple for Facebook Live. What do you think? Are they cute or too simple? Maybe you'll try them? Let me know what you think. What are you making for your holiday treats? Have you thought that far ahead? All right, you'll notice I put just a little bit of multi-purpose glue at the top of my bell, and I'm gonna put dimensional adhesive at the bottom of my bell. And this is the back side. I stamped it wrong first, or made a mess, so I turned it over. So if you look at my bell, you'll see that it's flat, but then it lifts at the bottom a bit, and that's why the two different types of adhesive. So I've peeled the label. Hey, Diana, I'm so glad you're here. So I've exposed the adhesive on my dimensional, and I've got the multi-purpose liquid glue. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick that little bell on there at an angle. And now you can see we got it adhered flat here, but it lifts at the bottom. It gives it kind of a little, just a little pop. All right, we're getting to the end already. I feel like I just started. Look how fast this little craft is. So I'm going to take these holly leaves. I've got two bigger ones and a little one and some multi-purpose liquid glue. Now I'm going to just roll the holly a little bit in between my thumb and forefinger and shape it. See how it's kind of got a little curve, a little roll there. So Diana, what do you think about noon on Friday for Facebook Live? I was doing evenings, you know, Thursday or Friday at 5 o'clock, and that's kind of during the commute. So I thought maybe a lunchtime would work. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment and let me know if this is a good time or a bad time. Okay, so I'm going to put a little multi-purpose liquid glue, but only on half of my holly. I want it to be free to curl up. We spent the effort rolling it, so we want to keep that dimension. And a little dab of glue there. And then this little guy here, the smaller leaf, we'll just layer that one right on top of one of the bigger ones. Ha, cute. All right, here's a fun trick for itty bits, okay? You don't even have to have dexterity or good fingers, good eyes, nothing. Watch this trick. All right, so I've got 3 little dabs of multi-purpose glue. And then I've got my paper piercer, Stampin' Up! Tool here with a fine point. And I'm just gonna touch the liquid adhesive, just the very edge of it. We don't wanna get the piercer all dirty, but you can see there's just the tiniest little dab of glue at the end of the piercer. Now we'll touch the holly berry. It sticks right to the glue on the end of the piercer, and drop it right in to those little dabs. That's how you do that fussy little bit. I'm gonna adhere them, push them into the adhesive. Sometimes they stick to my finger when I do that though. There they are. Ha, how cute are they? Now, last little bit, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Oh, I think I see it there. Do you see on the stripes of the bell, there's a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of bling. I've got a Wink of Stella clear glitter right here. And I'm going to give it a little squeeze, shake it up a little bit because there's some fine glitter in there. And using the brush point, I'm just going to brush in the glitter on those little stripes of the bell there. It's super simple, but it's totally something you could pass out to coworkers or friends, to the mailman or postal employee that brings your mail, your hairdresser, dry cleaner, bank teller. Spread a little holiday cheer. So there it is. What do you think? All right, if you've got any questions about the project, if you've got any questions about Stampin' Up!, if there's any way I can help you spread some holiday cheer, email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching today. I'm glad you're here. I see you there. All right, guys, have a great day. Hey, a heart. You guys are there. Thank you. Anybody got any questions about the project or Stampin' Up? Or Chicago area card classes? They're coming up. The holiday classes are coming. If you look on my blog under the calendar page, you'll see that the calendar's really filling up there with lots of fun holiday crafting classes for you.